Well, shalom, everybody. I'm just getting on the horn here for just a quick, how do you do? Because I've been getting a lot of feedback. People are, kind of struggling. So I'm just not recommending that you do anything because, I'm not a physician, which means I don't have my hand in your wallet. So nothing I say is to be taken as medical advice or asking for your money. I'm just going to tell you what I do. Okay? A little bit of self-disclosure, a little tiny bit. I've been fighting a spiritual battle with a certain chronic disease, and some of you know what that is. And I think I was diagnosed for the first time in 1995. So what is that? 35 years? Still have my toes. I still have my kidney function. I still have my eyesight. I've never been hospitalized for it. I never got COVID. And I'm going to tell you what I do to protect myself. And you can take it or leave it. The first thing I do when I wake up every morning and when I go to sleep every night, I use this little neti pot, which has a little bit of iodine residue in it, and I put a few milliliters, like maybe 5 milliliters of iodine in about an ounce or 2 or 3 or 4 of water. You just do it to the point where it's not supposed to burn. And all I do is tip this in my nose until I feel it start to dribble down the back of my throat, and I do it on each side, and then I blow my nose. It takes about 10 seconds, and I'm done. I do that in the morning, and I do that again at night. The other thing I do when I start to feel, obviously I tend to let off of it sometimes, like we all do when something's working, we stop doing it, and then, then I might be prone to getting cold symptoms or whatever. The other thing that I do that I'm not telling you to do, but I do it, is I wear one of these. I'm too lazy to cut this into 7 strips, but I'm told that if I cut this into 7 strips, I could use one of these, 1/7 of this every 24 hours. But I use one of these every 24 to 48. I just leave it on, and then when I think about it, I peel it off and put on another one, and that's what I do. The other thing I do, these are all over-the-counter things where I don't need a physician, and I take responsibility for my own health, and I deal with it my own way, okay? Is I use Flonase, like about once a day when I think about it. When I'm feeling super great, I don't use it at all. Or I use this little thing here, which is another glucocorticoid. I don't use them both at the same time. Sometimes I go for weeks without using any of them. The other thing I do is I brush my teeth twice a day. I floss twice a day. So here's my dental floss. Wake up in the morning, go to sleep at night. There's my toothpaste. I'm not overly concerned about the little bit of fluoride, okay? That's your thing. I'm telling you what I do, all right? I'm far more concerned with the seed oils and the corn syrup than I am with a little bit of fluoride myself. Since I've been flossing and brushing, and I use mouthwash. I'm not going to go to the bathroom to get my mouthwash. You all know what mouthwash is. And I do that twice a day. Okay? I just went shopping, and it's really hard to buy anything that doesn't have natural flavoring, which is fake flavoring, or corn syrup in it. or seed oils. Like if you look on a jar of Planters peanuts, there's a few of them, like the cocktail peanuts will just be salt, peanuts, and peanut oil. It's probably not the best, but it's better than the jar of Planters next to it that is salt, peanuts, peanut oil, natural flavoring, and then a whole bunch of pressed seed oils for whatever reason, and then some less than 2% corn syrup. Okay? And you go, oh, it's only 2%. Yeah, when you're a little kid, you can handle it. When you're a teenager, you can handle it. When you're a young adult, you can handle it. But your liver, especially if you've lived 40 or 50 years before, you may have started to see difficulties at age 30 or 40, 35 maybe, and then you changed your diet a little bit and things got a little better and yada yada. But the bottom line is that after decades of processing 400, 500 types of things that become poisonous, even if you don't drink alcohol, you end up with a thing called the non-alcoholic fatty liver, which you can deal with on your own. Most people aren't stoics, and this is the holiday season. So the idea that you're going to just stop enjoying the holidays in order to, unless you've got a life-threatening condition, you're probably not going to do that. So don't put yourself under that pressure, all right? Just do the best you can, and know that if it took you a few decades to get in the boat you're in, and you might need a little bit of actual medicinal assistance as a bridge to your better health, but you don't want to become chronically dependent on the medicines. So what happens is, because humans are lazy and they want an easy recipe that works, right? That's why we're so easily deceived, and because we think our emotions are reality. Your emotions aren't reality. Your emotions are emotions. Okay? They're indicative of something, but you've really got to study yourself to figure out what those emotions are indicating. So, if you intermittently fast or think you do, the first thing I advise you to do is keep a food diary of everything you're actually doing in 24 hours, because you are going to be really surprised. You will intermittently fast, meaning you woke up in the morning and you had coffee or tea or whatever it is you're having. Warm water and lemon, I don't care. And then at some point, 2, 3, 4 hours into your day, you, either through habit or hunger, you're gonna either eat something or drink something else, which by and large will have some sort of sweetener, whether it's refined sugar or raw unfiltered local honey or stevia or sucralose or saccharin. Makes no difference to your body because it interprets that all as sweet. Okay, so you say, well, I'm having orange juice. All right. So you're having a orange juice that's been concentrated into an amount of sugar your body was never meant to have, and then you wonder why you get into these ups and downs and feel irritable. So what I suggest is that you just go for a little bit of moderation and self-awareness by keeping a food diary, and you will start to see the patterns for yourself, okay? Because it doesn't matter what I tell you, which is why I'm not telling you to do anything other than become self-aware, and I'm telling you what I do, okay? And I'm telling you for a fact, you can believe it or not, I never got COVID. I got tested for COVID a few hundred times because of what I used to do. And I used to work with people long before that vaccine came out. I didn't get COVID. So just let that sink in, that maybe you're living under a so-called reality that doesn't exist. Another example, I'm almost on 10 minutes, so I'm just going to stop right there. And Think about it, and have a happy holiday. And if it took you decades to get here, it might take you 2 or 3 years to get out of it. Okay, so just relax, go in the right direction, breathe, relax, trust, have faith. Uh, Hashem's not done with you, or you'd already be dead. If you're not dead, he's not done. I'm not saying he doesn't want you to go in the right direction, but you don't have to. Just go in the right direction. Shalom. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. The Festival of Lights is on the 25th this year. Christmas is on the 25th this year. Don't debate people about what they believe. Just love on them and give them gifts. Shalom.